Let me get the music up here. Damn it.
Hey Raven, look at this glorious snake.
There we go.
Mm,
Look at that
beautiful.
beauty.
What? That's bullshit.
What happened?
It's happening again. Okay, someone take over the fucking music. I need vibes.
What are you looking for?
Just something chill, mysterious.
Un momento, por favor.
Oh, that's right. I should probably put my picture. I probably should put Prison's picture in character pics. One moment. Where are you? There you are.
Oh, you motherfucker. Well, if it's gonna be like that, then I'll fix it.
Is it being done with you too?
My usual go-to playlist isn't working, but I got it. No need to worry about it.
All right. Well, while Steven is messing with the music.
Boom.
All right, last time.
On Dragon Ball Z.
Well,
All right, locking in.
we tied up a few loose ends. But right now, we've got a few new players on scene, and we've got a few things to take care of. So, let's start with our downtimes, with our newest chess piece on the board, Prism. You wanted to get a profile of the Barons of New Orleans, correct?
Yes.
With 2 successes, you find some kindred are more public than others. That usually paints a giant target on their back, but for Marcus Payne, he makes it look easy. He's your standard run-of-the-mill rich boy music mogul, but look deep enough and you'll find his sordid military career in World War II under a different name. Ophelia, however, is a different story. Anything on her before the year 1978, excuse me, is scrubbed clean from every source.
Not
What you
surprised.
do know, what you do know from current information is that she runs a bar smack dab in the middle of Bourbon Street that was recently transferred officially to her ownership after the old proprietor had a cancer diagnosis. She also has a fiance or wife. You're not entirely sure where the progress is on that. Molly Tibbet Daniels, Ophelia's childer, a fellow Bruja, and a very popular escort at Whispering Woods Lounge, a known quote-unquote legal brothel and escort service. She's moved to part-time in recent months, helping out at the bar more so than she does at the brothel.
Okay.
For the second downtime, you wanted to create a cover story as a Camarilla agent, correct?
Yes.
Alright. With 2 successes, it's easy enough. Elen did most of the work for you. Many kindred still cross the street when they see you coming, and they sense something is up, but nobody calls it to attention. Nobody will stand in your way, either that they don't want to ask questions, or they're afraid that asking questions will put them on whatever list you're checking off. Alright, so the last one, you wanted to arrange a meeting with the Barons, charisma and politics, correct?
Yes.
Alright, that's gonna be our scene, so we'll read out the messages for that. So, but for hunting, this was a very good one for you. 6 successes. Critical, tithe collector.
Yes.
You easily extort your usual fare. The man would confess to nailing the Christ on the cross for his next fix. which you can hook him up with if he becomes the sacrificial lamb. The high of a lifetime, but be careful what you wish for. It's easy to dispose of the body of another druggie in the endless bayou. All right, so now we open up at Broke and Broken on a somewhat rainy night. We look at the letters over the shoulder of Prism before he walks in. The message from Ophelia reads as such, written mostly in crude handwriting before switching to a neat cursive font in glittery ink. Come to Broke and Broken on Bourbon Street. If you are so keen on nosing in on my info, we meet on my terms. Come unarmed or don't, won't matter. Do not hunt in my territory, do not conduct cam or otherwise business on my territory. Do not cause trouble. My territory is a neutral zone for all, living or dead. You will speak to me, my wife, and my main informant. Daniels. P.S. Do you have a preference in drink?
I could tell that was Molly.
Yep. The message from Marcus Payne is on his Crown Records letterhead, typed and signed. Mr. Moriarty, your message has been received and its contents noted. Given the seriousness of the circumstances surrounding the recent events, I would be more than willing to meet and discuss what I know, as well as any information that may assist in protecting both the kindred and mortal populations under the Prince's domain. That said, I suspect this meeting concerns more than the simple exchange of information. If there are matters you wish to discuss beyond the investigation itself, I would prefer that we address them directly and without unnecessary ceremony. I've found that clarity tends to save everyone involved a great deal of time. Please provide a suitable time and location. I will make myself available. Until then, Marcus Payne.
I love
Sounds
the
pretty
two
simple.
sides of this coin, the two sides of like the barons.
I leave the scene to you all. How does this meeting go down?
So Prism just walked in, right?
Just about to, or do you want to lay some
Do
things
whatever.
out
Scene's
first
for you.
Ophelia?
You watch Prism comes up to the bar and you see a looks to be like an older, more paunch gentleman standing, arms crossed. He kind of looks at you, sunglasses on. He kind of tilts the sunglasses down. He's like, "I'm assuming you're Prism."
Yes.
All right, cool. Head on in, head on in. And he like clicks his walkie-talkie. Just, yeah. They're here. And he kind of gestures with his head towards the door. Go on in. He'll talk to you. Bar's closed for repairs tonight, so you won't have to worry about interruptions.
Thank you. And please, if you have a whiskey sour, that would be fantastic.
Oh, I'm not the bartender. Molly will take care of you. Oh, and
Hello.
mind you.
Speak.
Oh, and mind your feet. Reggie's out for enrichment.
Speak of the devil, a very colorful-haired young woman with bright, shining purple eyes comes around the corner and she lights up when she sees you. Oh, hi there. You're, don't tell me. Prism. Right, you must be Prism.
That is correct. And may I ask who you are?
Hi, I'm Molly. Molly Daniels. It's lovely to meet you. She holds her hand out for a shake.
Prism takes it in a gentlemanly manner. You must be the partner of your sire?
Yes. Yes, Ophelia's my wife. The whiskey sour. Head on back and I'll bring that out to you. And make sure that you don't have, anything like on the floor, Reggie might use it as a chew toy.
Prism's lips curl into a charming smile, his crimson eyes just glittering in the light. That won't be an issue. I always travel light unless I have to.
Wonderful. Just head on back and I'll grab that whiskey sour for you. And she sort of gestures towards a door to a back room.
Glutzy. Prism walks into the designated room and looks around,
It's
just taking
nice.
note of his surroundings.
It's it's like a nice wood paneled wall. There's, a couple chairs, it's a big table, but otherwise it's pretty bland. Not as extravagant as like something that Marcus is, but like pretty bland. Uh After you walk in and you sit, the door opens and you hear, "No, Veronica, I'm telling you, Veronica, I'm telling you, I'll be fine. I'll be fine, all right? Yes. Yes, you can hang out with Reggie. All right." And she kind of shuts the door behind her and is like, "All right." And this large, maybe not as tall as you, but definitely large woman walks in and sits at the desk and is like, "Ugh, so you're Prism."
Yes, I am taking over for Alistair now that he has decided to abdicate his position at the Chantry.
And I was just starting to get used to having Mayday parade around.
I hope you do
So,
not mind. I hope you do not mind a little chemical romance on the side, then.
oh, so you've got jokes too. Cool. Good. Good. So you're not like all the others. Well, you see her eyes kind of flick down. You would notice that her eyes are mismatched.
Heterochromia.
Yep, her left one is what you would expect from a typical kindred, which is the white sclera and red, but the other one is completely black except the iris is blue.
Very striking heterochromia that you have there.
Well, depends on whoever's sitting side by side with me.
Will there be others attending this meeting, or will it just be you and I having this conversation?
My wife will be attending, and the rest of us will. And she points to her eye. It shifts from blue to purple.
I see.
So,
Molly
go ahead.
walks in the door holding a very frothy pink drink and sets it in front of you gracefully, like with a beautiful garnish. Like, it's clear she spent a lot of time and effort, like, getting this just right. And with a sip, you realize it is A, edible, and B, delicious.
So, you're here to correlate information, right? From the she kind of waves her hand, the cam.
Sounds about the plague and Sabbat presence within New Orleans. I have been tasked to take over Alistair's investigation.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. All right, just so what do you need to know, or I guess want to know specifically? Because clearly you've already been doing a bit of looking in on me.
You, Marcus, walking in fashionably late as ever.
Yeah.
kicks in the back door, and Ophelia like shoots a glare at him and is like, "That's a
I
nice.
opened it. Do not. No, I opened it a crack so I could kick it in. It's all about making an entrance. Do not mind.
That is from
Yes, but you're paying for the
19.
scuffs on the wall.
That was from 1923. You fucking troglodyte.
He walks over, hands Molly $3,000. Keep the change.
Like you
Here,
haven't
your
checked
blood
that door
pressure.
before.
As Ophelia gets angrier, Prism will see that steam begins to billow off of her
Yeah.
lightly.
Molly just kind of like smiles at Marcus and just sort of pats Ophelia's shoulder, just like, mind your blood pressure, dear.
Right. Marcus, this is Ficus, Prism. They're here to. I guess they're taking over for Alistair or some shit.
Mr. Moriarty, pleasure is
Oh.
all yours, of course, for meeting me.
Prism gives a wry smile and extends his hand. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Payne. I assuming you are also the mayoral candidate that I have heard about?
That would be me, and he would shake his hand. Marcus is wearing gloves, like the leather biker gloves, full hand coverage. That would be me, yes.
Thank you both for accepting my invitation to meet on such short notice. I understand that the events that have arisen in New Orleans were not favorable to either mortal or kindred standing.
Fucking up my business and also ruining my territory. Those Sabat bastards are getting bold, and it's not good for it's not fucking good for business. People want to come here, get drunk, get high, and get fucked. It's not good to do that when there's corpses in the streets. At least not the ones I'm putting there.
Yes, I can imagine that would put a dent in the profit margins of this area, especially if there's any undue smells to go with dead corpses. Nevertheless, I am here to not only take over for Alistair, I am also here to get to the heart of the matter and make sure that the Sabbat never set foot in New Orleans again.
Understandable. And I really am gonna miss Panic at the Everywhere.
Fuck it. It'll be, it'll be fine. We'll see. There's more of them out there, anyways.
Prism pulls a photograph out from his pocket and slides it out. I think you'll find that Paramore is definitely on the cards for Alistair. And on the table is a very flashy photo of Zell and Alistair's wedding. So they can
Oh
see
my
that
God.
Alistair is perfectly happy.
I can't.
Molly
son of
just
a bitch!
Molly just squeals with delight and holds up the photo. Oh, this is so precious. Can I keep this? This is totally going on the fridge.
I wonder if they got the tea set I sent them.
Son of a bitch! They told me I would get a fucking invitation.
Hey,
It's
people
a-
are loved for a reason.
Ophelia's breathing. Marcus, you see that like the eye is starting to flicker to like a faint bronze.
Slowly steps away.
It was on very short. It was on very short notice. Alistair did not want the Chantry to know about his association with the Ministry. You
Anyway,
would obviously know about their stance concerning them.
yes. And enough about our friends. We are on a bit of a time crunch. I have things to do. So, shall we
And I
get
have
down
people
to the
to
brass
do.
tacks? Oh, me too.
She kind of glares at Marcus when he says brass tacks.
Pun not
Anyway.
intended.
Yes, let's get on with this. She snaps her, she like claps her hands, and the door opens again. Well, you had me waiting out there for too long. Just to hold up and deliver some files. She sets these files down. Not everything, but it's what we've been able to capture during my time here. See ya. And then she just walks out.
Prism, make me an intelligence and let me see, what have you got?
Are you able to view my sheet?
Yes.
Okay.
Make
Excuse
me
me. Hiccups.
would like make an intelligence investigation roll.
Okay. Intelligence investigation. At least I don't have to worry about hunger. Again, working with a small dice pool because this is a new sheet. Okay. Let me just go into the dice roller. I'm still getting used to this. Okay. So, a dice pool of... It was what's investigation?
Intelligence investigation.
Oh, okay. My bad. Intelligence investigation. So that is a dice pool of 4. No hunger. One success. Oof.
I will say, how well versed are you in like the intelligence network?
In the intelligence network,
Like, do you know like who certain popular or like certain valued informants are?
unless it's on a need-to-know basis, Prism tends to stay out of the intelligence network because of his own colorful career.
Spider, how well known is Alexandria?
She's the kind of well known where you probably have heard about her on the street, but you wouldn't know what that name means unless you're like specifically in that circle. It's kind of like oh yeah, like Danny. Oh Danny, yeah Danny. You hear Danny, but you may not know who Danny is. You just know like you need something. Trust Danny, like kind of like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you do recognize her. She is quite familiar, and you know it's someone you want to avoid.
Hmm.
She winks at you
Alexandria
as she
LeBlanc.
leaves. That was my informant. I had her pick up some information after a recent fiasco that we had.
I have heard about the hospital incident. Not in full detail, but I did hear that it was a disaster, to say the least.
Save your pleasantries. We got shit to do.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
Just a really quick question. It doesn't. How was Alexandria looking? Because that fight between Fat Cat wasn't that long ago.
She's looking fine.
Okay, I didn't know if it had been long enough for it to heal. All right, I'll shut the fuck up. Thank you.
She's looking fine. You have to remember also she's an informant. She definitely has ways to like keep herself up and up.
Let us cut to the chase. What
yeah,
information? What information do you have concerning the Blood Plague and the Sabbat sightings? My briefing was rudimentary at best.
Yeah. Simply put, from what I've got from my people from Croc and Alexandria, pretty basic bitch shit, but most of it is in this file here, and she kind of slides it over to Prism. I've had a couple encounters with the Sabbat, but they were more of a minor issue until we got rid of the Red Dawn. And then suddenly they exploded.
We made the power vacuum. What do you expect?
That's fair. Well, we didn't make one, but I see what you're saying.
Marcus, I will spoil a downtime of yours earlier because I feel like this would be relevant.
Go right ahead.
As for Sabbat, managing your territories, you do notice that kindred from a Lake Terrace and Pontchartrain Park are slowly trying to encroach on another Baron's territory, Eliza Shelby. Many report that these people are either Sabbat or unaffiliated with any group. They're assumed to be fledglings, most likely what your more informed informants call shovelheads, mass-embraced fledglings thrown into pits and forced to fight to the death.
Ah, fun.
You also know that so far the only areas of the city that are unclaimed that stand between you and the territory of your rival are City Park and Navarre, which are unclaimed so far.
Okay. Interesting. Awesome. Marcus would pull out a vanilla envelope and a
Vanilla-
flash drive.
Manila.
Manila.
No, vanilla.
A manila
It can
envelope.
be vanilla scented.
It is. It's coming from Marcus, let's be honest.
That's true.
Some nice
Uh,
tonka bean.
Teak wood essence.
If you want the truth, it's a little bit of vanilla, pinch of cinnamon, blood orange, and a little bit of chamomile.
Wow.
Marcus hands that over, and he's like, and I have the flash drive if you are more inclined to technology. But yeah, either way, here you go.
Alistair, sorry. Prism,
Okay.
sorry. My brain's still waking up. Prism leans forward and flicks through the files. What he can compile at best is what Ellen has already briefed him on, but he does note there are some discrepancies that was obviously not in the files that he has on hand. Let's see. Well, since we are exchanging information, I might as well give you what I have on hand. And he pulls out a black manila folder, about a centimeter thick.
Damn.
And it has a scent to it of dusty white sandalwood, blue lotus, and a hint of vanilla bourbon. And he places it on the table before them.
Molly, you mind?
Sure. She takes it and opens up the envelope.
Well, what's in it?
Go on.
What's in the envelope?
What's in the envelope?
What is in the manila folder that Prism has put on there is notes that Alsa has compiled along with possible locations of ritual sites and all the information that he was able to gather on short notice about any ongoing Sabbat activity, as well as a few minor clippings about Marcus and Kingmaker's campaigns in tandem with each other.
I will
Basically,
I will yes
Yep.
and this and say that on the very top there is a signed, written, and sealed decree from Prince Helen that
oh yes,
states the general boon for the prompt dispatchment of Eve Sinclair has been revoked. The task now solely lies within the jurisdiction of Mr. Azrael Moriarty, also known as Prism. Any attempt to interfere with his actions will be considered an act of treason against the Camarilla, and all proprietors of this act, of any act against him, shall be thoroughly punished by extent of the traditions.
Ophelia reads this and is like, "Oh yeah, I guess we were supposed to do that." All right, well, can't well. She kind of double finger guns. Your problem now.
I hardly consider it a problem. Now, as in concern with the information that you have about the blood plague, I took note of a little report concerning a antidote or remedy that someone is creating.
I'd suggest you keep your voice down, and also, we'll get to that in due time. Still in the testing phases at the current moment. I have a question for you, though, Prism.
I am an open book.
No, clearly you're not. More like a book with hidden pages. If you're Cam and you're treating as so this important, she kind of taps the stuff in the file. Why bother even coming to us? I understand Marcus, but
What the fuck? Why do I catch the strays?
no. I'm saying that it makes sense that they'd contact you. You're a well-known face. People like you. Hell, you get information like crazy. You could have someone eating out of the palm of your fucking cock if they wanted to. Me though.
Spread lips one way or another.
Exactly.
Someone please put that in quotes.
Oh, sorry.
You actually made me break. What the fuck? My brain was trying to like, palm of your cock. What?
Ah.
Anyways, but I got a question. Why me? I just run a bar and have a neutral zone territory. You've seen you had to walk through here to get here. I know you saw it. Kindred, mortals, Garu. Why are you interested in working with me? Why is the
Prism.
Cam so interested in working with me?
Prism pulls out one last envelope and hands it directly to Ophelia.
He
This
takes
does not have a seal of the Camarilla or of Prism, but from Alistair. Specifically stating that that he knows that Ophelia does not trust the Camarilla as far
Hello?
Prism is.
Oh.
But in
Oh, hang on. We
You
lost
cut
for a second.
out as Ophelia does not trust the Camarilla as, and then you broke.
hold on.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
What the hell is going on in my mind today? basically the note is saying that basically is a letter to Ophelia saying that Alistair knows that she doesn't trust the cam as far as she could throw them, but in terms of Prism's skill, he vouches for him, and he specifically requested that Prism take over for him in his stead. He also congratulates Ophelia and Molly on their marriage.
As they say that, Ophelia touches the like ornate leather collar on her neck. Molly sees her touch it, like very faintly.
She is beaming.
All right. Apparently, Alistair vouches for you. Doesn't explain why you're here why you're here. But if Alistair puts that like into like a death, if Alistair thinks that you're worth my time, then I suppose I have no choice but to give you a shot. But do know this, Moriarty, it was. Regardless of what the cam says, I do shit how I do shit. So we'll get this done. We'll get the Sabat out of here, and we'll deal with the blood plague. But you're gonna have to get used to working within my rules and the way I do things. I don't sneak, I don't tiptoe, I don't go quiet. I punch skulls and I break jaws. You want someone to go talk to something? You talk to this guy here. You want someone
Wow,
dead
how
from
you-
long range? You talk to my charge. You need something made. You talk to the new guy. All right. You come to me when you need people hurt, and I don't care about who you think you are, because while you may be important, I can even smell it on you. You may be important, but here, this is a fresh slate. You've got none of the street cred, so let me handle all of it. Capiche?
I'm going to
Prism-
say this is going to be a combative
Oh,
intimidation roll. So you can either use manipulation or charisma in this roll.
both the same. Let me see if I have anything that adds to my rolls here. No.
I was gonna ask if there's a way I can help with it, but I don't think the way I would like to would work.
Yeah, it's mostly just Ophelia stuff. I'm not even gonna activate Daunt. Ophelia's like less trying to intimidate, more just making herself known. Like, listen, you came here, but you're gonna have to follow like how I do shit, because I'm not gonna listen to you regardless. Get used to it. Wow, no successes. I mean,
I
it
will
works
say
for me.
that I will say that you can be at 1 or 0 hunger.
Oh, okay. I will. Oh no, that's health. I will say that that she'll be at 1. She hasn't hunted in a little bit. I will say Ophelia wasn't trying to intimidate, more so letting him know, hey, this is how I do shit. Don't fuck with that, and I won't fuck with you. Like, you do what you gotta do, I'll do what I gotta do. We'll make this work. It's the Ophelia way. Everyone knows how
then-
Ophelia does stuff.
And then what does Prism get?
More.
Do I have to roll something in opposition to
Yes.
this, or am I good?
Either it's
I'm gonna-
it's combative intimidation.
I guess I'll
Combative
re-roll
inti-
1. See if I get. Nope, still nothing.
I mean,
Just a question, just about board storyteller. I have 4 dots in intimidation. One of veiled threats. Does that make a 5 for my dice pool?
Yes.
Thank you for clarifying.
Watch us both get 0.
Fucking would.
Okay, let me
You just have to get 1.
I'm still getting used to the dice roller. So
Also, check your DMs. I gave you a hint.
okay. Oh,
Fucking
I fucking love the way you think. What was that you're saying, Raven?
I just said that fucking laugh.
I love that laugh.
Three
It's like I'm
successes.
Hey, nice.
Did you use manipulation intimidation?
Um.
Because your pool would be 8 in that case.
Oh shit. Sorry. Let me re-roll that. I thought I did put the 8.
No, you put 5.
Ah, shit. I have my wrist in a brace, so it's a bit difficult to type.
It's alright.
Ah,
So let me just re-roll that with the proper ones. So that was an 8, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Put my hunger because I.
Boom.
what was the
So-
dot roll?
9 successes, critical.
Jesus.
Prism. The air in the room goes cold, even with Ophelia's intimidation. Prism, you've seen others, not even half as tough as Ophelia, make this same speech. It didn't matter in the end. How do you put the fear of Cain into them?
Prism leans back in his chair and rests his chin on his hand with a devilish smirk that lights up his crimson eyes. While I do regard your rules, Ophelia, the moment your name is written in red, all bets are off.
Ophelia
You
kind of.
both have heard this phrase before, used by the Camarilla. It is referring to a list of the most infamous masquerade breachers, the most horrible traitors. And you realize that the reason Alistair wanted this guy on your side is because with one snap of his fingers, he can have your names on that list. And you all know what happens to people who are on that list. No matter where they go, no matter what territory they're in, doesn't matter if the land belongs to Kindred, Kine, Garu, Changelings, Mages,
Yeah.
they will be found and they will be executed.
Ophelia kind of looks at him, sits up a bit more, and then just. When that day comes, the day that comes, then you get to put a then you put me down, because by then I'm too far gone anyways. But you'd better be a quick draw. And she points to Marcus, because he made me a promise. But if that's all you have left to say, a poetry threat of tracking me down and sending me to the gallows, believe me, I don't fear death anymore. At this point, it would be a pleasantry. Wasn't trying to threaten Prism. Merely making a statement. I do things how I want to do them because I've lived too long in oppression. I wonder if you know what that feels like.
Prism's eyes become icy at this statement, and he leans forward, not even a slightly bit intimidated by Ophelia's words. Devastating, Max Ophelia. And when you have lived and suffered for as long as I have, hell does not even compare to what death is. 500 years is a blink on the radar for kindred. For mortals, that is easily a generation past. But now that we have made that slate clear, your rules will be honored.
They'll check DMs
But
for a
what-
second.
Hmm?
Check DMs for a second.
DMs?
Yeah.
Yeah. However, in terms of this investigation, you will be working with me. My contacts, my armory, any information that is sent to me shall be wired to you. But the method of execution for Sabat or method of interrogation is purely my call. I trust that will be a suitable compromise.
As long as you're not trying to make me seduce, as long as you're not trying to make me seduce a guy that looks like him, I'm fine with it.
Prism smirks. You leave the seduction to me. Thanks to my sires, I have other methods. He drains his whiskey sour, stands up, and holds his hand out. I feel we have reached a suitable conclusion to this meeting. I look forward to seeing what both of you are like in action.
I could say the same for you, Red Death.
You were very close.
Ophelia doesn't like shake his hand, but she kind of gives him like a look of like mild respect. Like, you don't scare me, nothing you say scares me, but I respect the chutzpah.
Thank you for
Ophelia's
coming.
not Ophelia's not one to be intimidated, but she's like, all right, I respect you. You're willing to stand 10 toes deep on what you believe in. That's what really matters to me.
Spider, I say this with 100%
Oh yeah, we're done.
loving
I
honestly.
paused. I paused. That's why I
I
was
know,
like, oh,
but Ophelia, I say this with 100% loving honestly. Would it kill you a little bit to be scared?
I can't have her. Like, that's the thing. She hasn't scared at the moment. At least not for herself.
Is she scared
Marcus.
for other people?
She's scared for Molly. That's why she's not like lashing
Would
out
it
or
kill you to
anything.
show that emotion in roleplay? But I digress.
Marcus
Prism.
will stand up,
No.
dust himself off. This meeting was fruitful, and he goes to walk to the door and pauses. One more thing before I get going. You have mastered the tone of authority without the inconvenience of its depth, and then leaves.
Nice.
Sick burn.
Fuck.
Prism smirks. And you wield flattery with the subtlety of a hammer. That's Singular for the drink. He
I'm glad you liked it.
bows to Molly, leaves a very generous tip, and proceeds to leave broken.
as soon as he's out the door, Ophelia's grip crushes the side of the desk. Just
I think that went well.
he is on a completely different level.
Is that a bad thing?
No. Whew. Fuck. That means I actually gotta think for once when dealing with people.
I know it's hard for you. And she kind of grins and pats your head.
Yeah. Well, and make sure Reggie isn't gnawing on the legs yet. I gotta take a piss. And she
Loud
walks
crunching
outside.
noises. Oh no! Alright.
Next
Let's
scene.
cap that. End scene. Alright.
So, how did you guys feel about that?
Very hungry, and I want to see more of Prism.
I think it was very cool to watch two powerhouses face off, and I want to come to the slight defense of Ophelia as Spider. Is Ophelia is not the character to lose face in front of anybody unless it's a loved one, and even then, unless supernaturally forced to. Everything is under the grill and
Fair.
expressed
Very
later.
She's a very emotionally repressed person.
Yeah, it's after the scene is when it comes out. The only time it ever comes out in front of somebody is when it's supernaturally forced to the front.
Alright.
But
So
se-
since you pipe... Sorry.
Sorry, seriously, Steven. Marcus wields flattery with a very blunt subtlety. There is no subtlety to it.
That's what makes him great, though. It's like he's so open and just haha, look at me, I'm awesome, and he is.
Allow me to say it this way for you. I may wield it like subtlety with a hammer, but I own the confidence to make sure it hits directly to break diamond.
You know what?
All
That's fair. On that note,
You're on fire
Yes.
tonight.
yeah. Speaking of fire, Fat Cat, you're in the hot seat now.
Oh, yay!
All right.
Huzzah!
So
Um,
your downtimes were researching the best area to find where to put up your bunker,
Yep.
and to investigate Ophelia's blood bank and work out a deal to gain access to it.
Yes.
And the downtime 3, you want to look for anyone in the Camarilla who desires your services. And you wanted to investigate the Camarilla as part of that, correct? For your scene?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So for the first one, looking for where to set up your bunker, 5 successes.
Yes.
You find a nice spot in the middle of the Navarre area, which is so far an unclaimed territory, where there are a few underdeveloped areas and old shopping malls that could easily be purchased and redeveloped. You break ground fairly quickly, but you do quickly notice that sometimes you find footprints near your worksite that don't belong to you. As for who those footprints belong to, you don't know. A looky-loo, a spy, an enemy. You might have to up your security in the future.
I'm gonna have to get Marcus's help on this. It's gonna be a long one.
Alrighty, so for the second one, investigating Ophelia's blood bank, 6 successes. Ophelia
Critical
is
success.
more than reluctant to make a deal with you, but it's what the clinic was made for in the first place, and she grants you access via one Dr. Somervale. She allots you a ration, 1 blood bag 3 times a week, in exchange for a $50 membership fee, with more bags supplied as needed for an additional fee. You are given a red card in order to access the back rooms as a quote-unquote member. As far as the clinic itself goes, it's a very good marketing strategy to the kind. Donate blood, get paid, much like plasma clinics. Everything is very organized and clean, with many skilled technicians, comfy seating, and proper sanitation and health monitoring procedures. You don't know where the money is coming up from on Ophelia's end to pay the general public, but it's certainly a better source than the circulatory system, and it's a hell of a lot more voluntary. The only thing that could be misconstrued is that drunk and inebriated people are allowed to donate under the guise that the blood is quote-unquote filtered before being sent out after collection. That's the only unscrupulous thing. Normal
Gotcha.
blood clinics don't allow that.
Okay. And then I'll probably talk with Spider afterwards because the deal, there might be some more things that he might need more blood for alchemy.
Right. Right, so the third downtime. Looking for anyone who desires your services. You got 4 successes.
Yes.
It is a hard bargain. You can't exactly go above the Camarilla's table for this sort of thing.
My question.
Sorry, go on.
I do have a small question. Who in the coterie, since this is my acted out scene, who in the coterie would have the most thoroughfare, like, contact with the pre-existing Camarilla? Is it?
It would be
Ophelia?
Prism.
Oh, it'd be well, not including Prism.
Yeah, it would be Ophelia.
I think he goes to her. I think
God
unfortunately,
damn it.
yeah, unfortunately, he has to go to her. Well,
I have
Nah.
just bear with me. Bear with
sorry,
me.
go ahead.
I have a setup for you.
I believe.
Right. So, you do manage to find another thin blood that belongs to the current court. He is branded, and he is an amateur at alchemy, and he wants a job with you in exchange for information.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you that there are 3 people in Ellen's court who might want something, like the food, which are the sheriff and the seneschal. However, one of the newbies wants a different thing. Out of the 3, the newbie is the safest bet to meet. However, she's actually a transfer. Do you all remember Irene Lennox?
No.
Yes?
I do.
Jesus, she
I
hasn't been
do.
relevant. Oh, she hasn't been relevant in like 2 years.
This was the ghoul of the former seneschal to the prince that Averjo mind scrambles. However, now she is embraced as a young caitiff. She is on thin ice and she needs support. She wants information on how to make it seem like she belongs to another clan and to get rid of the blood bond still tying her to Elijah. You have 3 nights to reply.
Oh. Besides the classic ways of getting rid of a blood bond, Fat Cat, he knows this, so I'm just going through his thought process on this. Besides, blood bond is a little out of his ability to get rid of bloodborne
his
illnesses.
wheelhouse.
It's a little bit. That's a 5 dot, and he only has 3 dots in alchemy. So it would be something he's like, that's unfortunately out of not ability. But he could string her along in getting that. But as for the other thing, something to make her seem like she's from a different clan, he'd mull that over. Come up with something, maybe. Especially she would have to come to him on a regular basis, which would give him an in. But the specialty thing, the only thing he can offer off the bat, again, he's going over this in his mind, reading these letters, is food. And for her to be the main contact to give the food to the Camarilla, i.e. them paying her and paying him for it. It does not come cheap, and the unfortunate and the hardest part is every single piece of food except rare cases where he's able to get an amalgam, is keyed to each individual. So you have to get their blood for them to be able to taste their food. And that's always hard with Camarilla. But that's not his problem. That's her problem. So yeah, he would meet with her.
You meet. Where do you want to meet her? Do you want to meet her in the swamp or somewhere in the city?
He calls up Marcus. Hi, Marcus. Hey, you have a safe house somewhere off the books?
I would, yes.
Cool. Could you have I'm meeting with some Camarilla contacts, trying to figure something out, doing my own little business on my side of things, trying to spread out, figure out some Camarilla stuff. I know you and Barons are contentious, but I don't really want to be involved in that kind of thing, so I'm working my own angles. You mind if I take a safe house and maybe a couple of guards?
I do not care what you do with your free time, but if you need my resources, they are available to you.
I appreciate it. All right.
I'll send you an address and I'll have people waiting.
Thank you. Why 2 to 3 people should be fine.
I'll send Ruby and Sapphire. They're my best stealth agents. You won't even know they're there.
Perfect. Thank you. And he'll set up his entire setup. He'll set the place up to welcome her in.
Okay. It takes a little bit before she arrives, and she's a little bit nervous. Like, she still feels like there's eyes on her everywhere. And you can definitely tell. And you can definitely tell. And she looks at you, and it's clear that you're not really what she was expecting. Honestly, she was expecting to find, well, some weirdo in a van who's hawking drugs, but, you know, you can't tell if she's impressed, but she's definitely a little bit more at ease when she sees that you're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, actually cooking.
He invites her in. And the setup is, it is a little bit, whatever the safe house is, there is one room in it that is a bit homey. It's not like set up extremely so, but he's got his cigars out. He's got his food cooking. He's got the very big, bulky centrifuge that has all the lights that has been seen in every interview set up. And Clementine is in the back room in one of the kitchen area.
Hello, sir. I assume you're the contact?
Yes, you are. Go ahead, take a seat. Do you like anything? Any vice? We've got cigars. I know food and all that shit. Yeah, I get that. But do you have any vice that you can indulge in?
I'm fine for now, thank you.
All right, you're lost. Takes a cigar, lights it up, starts doing it. He moves with a little bit of tenderness. It's been long enough that he's been able to heal one of the aggravated from the curing process, but still has one ag, so he's got like still some pretty bad burns on his back that are covered up by his clothing. They're still a little sticky though.
Are there any that are visible?
Absolutely not. He is dressed to the nines like usual. He is not in his hunter gear, so he doesn't have like the bulkiness on, but he does have his reinforced suit as usual, because you never know when somebody's going to do something. Just black suit with browns, a little bit of a décolletage, I think that's the right word, and just sitting back. His hat is put on one of the hangers, and he's just stirring something currently. Well, our little bird of a contact said you wanted to talk, and more than welcome. We might be able to scratch each other's back on something. So feel free to sit down, relax.
Yes. How much did Reed tell you?
Right, Reed. First off, I do apologize. I'm bad with names at times. What was your name?
Irene.
Aveen, pleasure. Most people call me Fat Cat, and until we get to know each other a bit better, you will leave it at that. Irene, you just, Reed told me that you were looking, well, you're in context with your brand. It's basically you're new in town to court. It's pretty established, and, well, the court's bunch of bunch of old motherfuckers who and hold on to grudges for a long time, and they're almost like a little boys club where you have to earn your admission through some kind of acts of respect or bloodline, that kind of shit. So you're looking for something that might make you fit in a bit more, am I right?
Yes, that's correct. It was a bit sudden, if you catch my drift.
I don't. You can explain it to me, but before you do, I'd like to. I've got product that I would like to share with you. To do that, I do need a little bit of your blood. Would you be willing?
Make manipulation plus persuasion.
Sure. Manipulation, persuasion. I don't got a lot, but we got something.
You can also use
Something is better.
charisma.
They're both the same. It's all right. I'm not a charisma class. 3 plus 1 hunger. 1 success. And yeah, I'll spend a willpower, reroll one of them. Still 1 success.
Okay, she considers it, and then she asks, how much do you need?
Oh, not much. We're not talking like vials and vials. One simple vial should be good. You'll see what happens to it right in front of you. It's going to go slide into that centrifuge. We're going to be using that in the ingredients of what I'll be able to give you later.
She kind of ponders this for a second and then nods quietly.
Comes over with a tiny little syringe, picks a finger, gets enough of the vial, puts the vial in the centrifuge. Again, like every single time I've given anybody an interview, it spins, it lights up. There is a little bit of shaking, there's a little bit of smoke that comes off. It gets hot, it gets cold, it steams, and then there's fog, and then it slows down, stops, and then the vial is left out, and then he takes it into the back real quick. And before he does, he just says, by the way, if there was something it's been a while since you probably had some food. I bet you're hungry. If you could eat again, what would you eat? What would be the thing that you miss?
Would it be ironic if I said a good blood pudding?
It would be ironic, but we don't mind irony here. Well, thank you. He takes it back and then does what he needs to do. Which takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and then leaves Clementine to finish up her part, and comes back to the main room, sits down, lights the cigar again, and relaxes into the chair. Yeah, so you wanted to talk business.
Yes. I'm willing to have you as a contact set up through Reed. But I need to, I guess, thoroughly vet your process here. Not that, well, I mean, I wouldn't... How do I explain this?
By all means. I get it. You're new at this. I don't mind being a little bit of a test run on your politicking.
You want an in with the Camarilla.
More like, how could I say this? I don't necessarily want. Yeah, basically, Number one, I want your money. I want the Camarilla's money, and the products that I give are sorely needed. And you got a bunch of old money rich fucks that are more than happy to spend it on things that are beneficial. And so yeah.
In that case, I need something from you.
There was that. What you want from big old fat cat over here?
I've heard of rumors that thin bloods can break others' blood bonds.
That's so. That's what you've been hearing. Where'd you hear
Yes.
that from?
Reed told me that he'd seen it done by a very skilled alchemist.
So, you want me to help you out with something like that?
Yes. She kind of fidgets with her hands a little bit, and you see a ring on her finger. It is a signet ring.
So what you who you bonding to, and the very fact that you're asking me, well, I know enough about the blood bond to know that even asking for it to be removed takes quite a bit of willpower. So there's got to be something going on with you that's woken your eyes up enough to realize that your love ain't as true as it goddamn feels.
That's why I am here. She kind of grips her hands tight. This is the night where the bond is the weakest. I knew that at any other time, I wouldn't be able to come here. He'll re-up the dose tonight, and I needed to be completely lucid.
That's fair. Well, here's the thing. I will help you, and you will get what but it won't be immediate. There is no instant gratification in this line of work, especially when you're dealing with me and the ways that these things run. And he looks at her very close. Can I make an insight check? Because
Yes,
I want to figure out
absolutely.
how genuine she is, because he doesn't trust. Period. There is no
Yeah,
end to
go
that
ahead.
sentence. Doesn't trust. Wits
Go right
insight. Da, da, da. 3 successes.
You can see that she is trying very hard to fight against whatever dregs of the blood bond are still in her system. She's shaking. She would be sweating. Her hands are clenched tight. It looks like her knuckles have gone white. And she's staring straight ahead at the centrifuge machine, just trying to focus on something. Something that isn't a face, something that isn't somebody's eyes. You can tell that she's scared, but you also notice that as a person, she considered herself fiercely independent. And now that window is shrinking and she's terrified.
I see you're scared. I see what's going on. I don't like to trust people, but I'll lay out it in honest with you since I see you are new to this. I unfortunately, do not have the ability to break the blood bond at this moment in time. I don't have that ability, but it is something that I do believe I will be able to in due time. It might take me a bit of research because kindred blood is potent, and trying to fuck with it is complicated. So I must unfortunately tell you that that's not going to happen anytime soon, but I can be persuaded to continue working on that.
We do have eternity, sir. So as long as someone is there to force it down my throat, I don't care how long it takes.
All right. Well, that kind of brings me my other issue here. And I think it's at this point that Clementine brings back the food.
It is a beautiful English breakfast. Blood pudding, 2 sunny side up eggs, perfect sourdough toast with butter. Her eyes are gleaming. Irene's eyes are gleaming hungrily.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. You didn't have to come bring it back. You could have just called me back there. You know I don't want people seeing your face, as pretty as it is.
Oh, darling, don't worry about it. And besides, it's just a youngin'.
Yeah, young as a child, but I appreciate it. Love you.
Love you too.
Uh,
And she pecks your forehead and then walks out. And Irene, I'll give you this for free. You see a flicker of jealousy in her eyes.
He just smiles, lets it wash over and pass, and then scoots the food her way. Go ahead.
She takes
Give it a
a
shot.
fork with a trembling hand and takes a small piece at first. And the second it hits her tongue, you can see her pupils dilate and she starts eating in earnest.
There you go. That's it.
This is incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is incredible. Not going to make any faulty promises and tell you you're going to be okay. But here's what I'll tell you. Sometimes a good meal of something that remembers you of a time that might be in your past gives you the willpower to continue going and continue fighting. So we'll make a deal. I'll continue working, researching some cures and things. You are now my contact for selling, points to the product, this. It is on you to get the blood samples in any way you see fit. It is needed for the process. However you get it is up to you, but it will be happening. If they ask you questions about how you get it, well, then that's something you can leverage. If you want to send people my way, don't do it without letting me know that you're letting somebody know about me. I'm fine with it. I just need to know because, well, old fuckers like that are dangerous and they might have some protection from some barons, but cameraless or snakes like that.
And
You
if
do
they
that.
go over me, I'm still just a fledgling in their eyes. I might have some friends in high places, but
Well, do your best to give me a heads up.
I'll do my
I'm not
best.
going to assume you're going to fuck me over, but if you do, I mean, I have to make threats. You've already got people threatening you from all sides. Just don't do it. All right?
You see her turn the top of the signet ring and press it into her hands.
And I said, no, don't. Just take another bite. Use pain. Just take another bite. And I think we have ruled it before that this food can restore some willpower, even sometimes give you a temporary point of humanity.
Yes.
And I feel like just restoring the effect that he put into this, that he had Clementine help him with, is to restore willpower, to strengthen.
Okay.
I
She
just
sort of like closes her eyes after she finishes the meal and, very polite, puts her fork and knife on the plate, folds her napkin, lets out a long breath. I suppose you'd like to know why I'm asking you to stick your neck out like this.
sure. I always like more information.
After Silas was inflicted with madness, Elijah and I took refuge in Prince Elend's court. He was told to embrace me, or I would have to die. I accepted it at the time, but once that wears off, it's like a cold bucket of water gets poured over your head, and now I find myself handicapped. And she lifts her upper lip, and you can see she has no fangs.
Huh.
I have fangs. I cannot hunt. I am at Elijah's mercy. He could let me starve, but he doesn't. But after his sire went mad, he became more possessive of all the things he could control.
I remember Silas. Whatever happened to Silas? But I knew a friend talked to me about him meeting him once.
It was deemed that she kind of pauses for a minute, collecting herself. It was deemed that he was too much of a threat to be left to live. So he was tied to the mast of the steamboat and left for the sun.
God, you cams are dramatic. All right. Well, I'm looking for Elijah and trying to keep yourself. That's all good. I don't think you really answered my question though, or answered the question you posed. Why you want my help?
I want to get out of New Orleans. I don't want to, or at least I don't want to be under anyone else's control ever again.
A thought crosses Fat Cat's mind. He could call the agents that are around this place or call up Marcus. And Fat Cat is confident, whether it be through Marcus's channel, Ophelia, that he could get her out of here tonight. He could do that and it wouldn't be an issue. Blood bonded or not, this would be the perfect time. But he needs that in. He needs a little chip. He needs that thread to pull. And he just goes, well, we can work on that. I'm sure that you'll be able to make it away, but you know what it takes. It takes effort.
I do.
It takes resolve. And it takes the will to want to survive and not to lose yourself.
I promise. I won't forget what your current coterie did to help me. I
What did
suppose
they do?
that's... I had been kidnapped and held as leverage against Silas when he was still lucid. They saved me.
Well, did they? I actually
Yes.
didn't know about that.
If there is a
Was
way
there-
that I can repay that kindness, I will do so for you.
Well, I think you're about to be doing it. You got yourself killed. Oh, and you're saying something about you're trying to pull the wool over or something? Or is it your clan? That was in the
Yes.
letter.
It was determined by an outside party that I am clanless. Caitiff.
Okay. So,
I need help masquerading as my sire's child.
what clan is your sire?
Ventrue.
And who all knows about the clanless um, problem?
Just him. And another fledgling who performed the ritual.
Who's the fledgling?
One of the mages of our group.
Tremere. Okay. All right. You can write down a name. I'll have a conversation. It's good to have that information. Let's see, Ventru with people's minds, a bit extra fortitude, certain amount of fortitude. All right, look, I just want to let you know, stuff I can do takes time. It takes resources. It doesn't come cheaply.
She opens a checkbook.
I don't have anything to solve your problems immediately, but I'll let you know how much they cost once I finish them. I can research the blood bond thing, but that's going to take a while. I do know of some notes that might be able to help you take a fucking beating and act, not take as much damage as you should. Because I know Ventru, those fuckers are hard to kill. It's like made out of stone sometimes. Something that I have in mind is a kind of one-time use, one-hit thing, but it's effective. I can get to researching it for you within the week. I might have something within a month or sooner. I'll have something for you.
How
Other
much?
thing you should for that. How could I mean just for what? Or is this going to be a one dose thing, or just to say, hey, look, I took a tank shell to the chest and I'm fine, so don't question me, or is this going to be a reoccurring thing?
How much for the first dose?
Uh, 350,000.
She writes double that and hands it to you.
Fuck. All right. That was even lowballing you there. That's good to know. All right. And to just so I know where this money's come from, is this come from your sire or coming from you?
From me.
Damn, girl, you got some money.
They think I haven't been paying attention to stock trades. You'd be surprised what most men ignore.
Yeah, they're a bunch of stupid son of bitches most of the time. Fucking white old men. You can get past so many things over their eyes. Anyways, yeah, I can do that for you. I'll get that set up. I'm currently in a little bit of a transition, so it might take me a minute before I can get started. I'm currently setting up a new area. But other than that, Irene, I think tonight went swimmingly.
Thank you for everything.
Sure thing. Last thing. Until I get you something that can break that blood bond for you, you can come on a semi-regular basis, and I'll give you a free meal. That'll be for you. Help give you a little touch of willpower to know what you're fighting for, know what you're wanting.
She nods. I will send as many people as I can your way.
Just be the. You're my contact. Less people know about me directly, the better, especially with the cams. But if you get somebody who forces your hand, just give me as much of a heads up as you fucking can.
She nods and sort of stands from the counter and bows her head politely.
Here's
Thank
my
you for the
number.
meal. She takes it, tucks it into her breast pocket, and she smiles. And for the first time in a while, you see a fledgling with still a spark of hope in their eyes.
That's good. When she leaves, he whistles for one of the guards. What was it, Ruby and Sapphire?
Yes.
Yeah.
He just goes to Sapphire. Hey, if you could, just trail her, make sure she, doesn't see you, but she gets back to where she needs to safe, and just kind of get that info back to me of where she goes and some points of interest, if you would.
He just gives a bow and basically disappears in the shadows again.
Then Ruby and Sapphire combine together to make Garnet, and they go off into the sunset.
God damn.
And scene.
Thank you.
What do you guys think?
Woo!
Whoop, whoop.
I like to see her.
I'm so
That's
glad
gonna
to
be
see her
interesting.
back.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna kind of speed run a few more, and then finish with the last scene, with Marcus. Sorry, Ophelia, we might have to wait another day to introduce Veronica.
Who's Veronica?
I've been so
Veronica.
excited to introduce Veronica.
How long would the scene take?
Probably not super long. It'll be emotional, but it's just gonna be you and me.
All right, well,
You can do Duke next time.
Top of
Huh?
the order.
You can do Duke next time.
yeah, this might have to be a two-parter because it's almost 11:30 and I am exhausted. So,
Yeah,
Understandable.
honestly.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
split it up and Rise can go next time
Yeah.
too.
let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Really
think
great
that's
scenes tonight, folks, but my energy is starting to flag.
You're
No, it's
cool.
okay. I was just glad we were able to get the meeting with Prism and the two barons out of the way.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it so much. I got to be with them. Though Aphelia's not good at talking.
I feel like I was
She's
pretty
not-
catty today.
You were very catty.
Well-
It was very good.
Well,
Ophelia's
you've
not a
been
talker.
through a lot. You've been through a lot. You channeled it through Marcus.
Yes.
Very fair. What did you
I-
think
I-
of that one-liner about the
Let's respect
I
our
fucking
DM's
died.
time, please. Thank you.
No, y'all can talk amongst yourselves.
I thought we were done.
Oh, is this session end?
Oh, we're gonna session
This
it.
is session end.
Okay, let me end
Yeah.
the recording.